Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rebels TV for another week. Fantastic to be joining you once again to go through everything that's happening with the North Ballarat Rebels in the TAC Cup competition. Sean Kelly's my name, and joining me as always is AFL Victoria Talent Manager Phil Partington. Parto, welcome back to Rebels TV, mate.
G'day Sean, great day to be back. Win on the board, which is fantastic for the players and staff.
It is indeed, of course, Rebels TV, brought to you by our great friends at McDonald's Ballarat, our naming rights partners. And don't forget to get the fan feed box next time you're down at McDonald's. This one's recently deceased. I think it might have been about an hour and a half before we started filming today that one died. So very, very handy. All your favourites in there for just $10.95. But let's have a look back at last week, Parto, because what a great weekend it was for the Rebels. Up at Highgate Reserve, Rams Arena in Craigieburn against the Calder Cannons. And before we mention the scoreline, full credit to the Cannons for what was a fantastic ANZAC ceremony before the game. Really moving, and they did it really, really well.
Yeah, it's the second year that Ian Kyton and myself have got together and spoken about how we can, I suppose, tribute to the ANZAC spirit. And yeah, we've come up with a great idea that we play an annual event at the Calder Cannons venue.
Yep.
And they do it fantastically. We've got a good job with the last post, and Ian's got a bit of a personal message there as well, because his mum's partner passed away last year. He was a member of the armed forces, so yeah, touching heart sort of stuff.
Yeah. And then obviously once that was done, the ANZAC Cup up for grabs as well, and the boys responded beautifully on the weekend with a 10-goal victory. Fantastic win by the Rebels. Trailed at quarter time, then really hit their straps after half time. Went in 15 points up at the half time break, and then the third quarter was where the damage was done. Getting out to a 5-goal lead at three-quarter time, and really from then the game was over.
Yeah, half time, very close game, and a couple of goals in it. And one thing I really found from the weekend was our really tall guys, our big fellas.
Yep.
Really stood up, and great to see Shannon Beks taking 9 marks. And we had some good plays around his feet as well to kick some goals. So I thought Isaac Johnson was a pretty good player for us. Willem Drew has continued his great form for the season, and Jared Corifer off the halfback flank, plenty of run.
It's his best game for the season.
Just really showed his athletic ability and why he's an AFL Academy player.
And a couple of the boys coming in for their first game as well. Jordan Johnson, first player to play under the 23rd player rule this week. Really, really handy on the day. Kicked 2 crucial goals in the third quarter. Probably should have kicked 4 or 5 if he was being honest with himself. And Riley Taylor also on debut, very handy through the middle of the ground.
Well, those young boys just bring so much enthusiasm to the team, and I know Jono doesn't say too much, but he was really excited in the opportunity, and young Riley Taylor's done everything possibly he can at the Ararat Rats and getting his match reports and things like that, and just waiting for the opportunity. He missed the opportunity last year as a 17-year-old, but getting the opportunity this year, his eyes lit up, and we can see the way he played it on the weekend.
Yeah, he really took some pride. Great to have some players that have played some Rebels footy back into the side last weekend. Zach Urquhart and in particular Callum Wellings, who I feel just added something with his leadership and his talk and everything across half-back on the weekend. Yeah,
he played around about 84% game time, I think, at the end of the day. Cal, he's a bit worn out at the end of the game, but we've had to manage his time a bit where he's playing, and just showed that little extra class down the half-back line, making the right decisions. But again, as you said, his leadership skills really shone out.
Yeah, it was a fantastic week, and it's time now for our Mars Player of the Week from the weekend, Parto, and it was quite pleasing to see this big fella get up and about on the weekend. 9 marks, as you said earlier, a couple of goals, and really over the last couple of weeks has given a really imposing presence in the forward line, and that was Shannon Beks.
Well, as you said, imposing. That's where we lead off Big Beksy, the big fella. The boys absolutely love the way he goes about it off the track, and look, we just want that to transfer onto the track now. He's a casual young man. He's moved down from Warrnambool to Ballarat. He's Robbie Waters, our assistant coach's apprentice. So Robbie's been working pretty hard. So good luck to him.
Yeah, well done to Shannon. Let's have a listen to him after the game. Thanks to Mars, our Mars Player of the Day for round 4. Here on Rebels TV with our Mars Player of the Day for round 4, Shannon Beks. Beksy, well done, mate. Great to not just play a great game, but get the win as well.
Yeah, buddy, that's what it's all about. Getting a win. Been too long. Losing's not much fun, so good to get a win on the board, and hope to get a few more from here. Take on the good form.
The last couple of weeks has seen a real change in your game. You've started really taking your contested marks up forward. Have you felt an increase in confidence with that as well?
Yeah, definitely. It started off the year pretty ordinary, so just trying to do the right things at training, get my hands as much ball as I can, and then over the last few weeks, 2 or 3 games started to turn, and then today it just sort of clicked for me.
From a team point of view, what was the difference today in the last 2 weeks that really got the boys over the line, do you think?
Probably the pressure that we applied around the ball was is immense. I think we had something like 90 tackles, which is up from the last few weeks, and causing to turn the ball over, and then using the ball and going inside 50. It was very clean, made life pretty easy for us forwards.
After 4 weeks on the road this week, we get to come home to Eureka Stadium. Looking forward to that one.
Absolutely, can't wait. It's in pretty good nick, so should be good.
Well, Beksy, congratulations, mate. Mars, player of the day for round 4. Great job.
Cheers, Shawnee.
Shannon Beks, our Mars player of the day for round 4. It's now time also, Parto, for one of our other popular segments here on Rebels Tea every week. Thanks to Bluegum, our fantastic apparel sponsors. It's time to go inside 60 once again, and this week got one of our first year players, Tom Hedley.
Yeah, unfortunately injured at the moment with a bit of a rolled ankle and should be out for about 2 or 3 weeks maybe at this stage, but a good young player, made under 16 Rebels last year, played a good carnival in there and good opportunity this year, so can't wait to see what Tom's got to say.
Yeah, a player that's come down from higher up in the state. He's boarding down at Clarendon College as well, so just another example of players that have come down to Ballarat to help obviously further not just further their footy but also further their education.
Yeah, we've got great support from the schools across our region, and Ballarat Clarendon College is one of those schools that where Tom goes to school. So inside 60 with Tom.
Here it is.
Hedley. Probably the forward line. I'd say Nick Rewald. Walby of Underwood. You have to say he's an interesting type. Definitely Jared Berry. Ollie Nash. Kyle O'Connor, because he just never shuts up. Getting picked for Rebels. Jared Berry. I'd say Jacob Hopper.
That was Inside 60 with Tommy Hedley. Thanks to Bluegum Clothing, our partner for Inside 60 this year. Big day for partners this week, Parto, because round 5 this weekend, the Rebels return to Eureka Stadium for the first time in season 2016, and it's also a big day because it's our Ronald McDonald House Charity Day. We get behind our major partners, McDonald's Ballarat, and a fantastic cause with the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
It is our biggest day on our calendar, and we love giving back to the community, the Rebels, and the Ronald McDonald House Charities is a great cause. And last year we raised over $3,000 for the cause, and to help families of sick children to have somewhere to stay when their child may be in hospital in Melbourne, or hopefully in the future in Ballarat, we maybe get a room in Ballarat as well. Yep. So it's a great cause. We invite all our parents, our players, our player sponsors, our sponsors, dignitaries around Ballarat area, and also the local football community come along to see the Rebels, but also help celebrate a good cause.
Having been to the last couple from, I suppose, an outsider's perspective, it's a cracking day and really well put together, and we'll get a family to speak up on the stage that have been a part of the program with Ronald McDonald House and have had to stay there in the past as well, and obviously we'll get, I think Ronald's coming for the day as well, isn't he?
No, he's a late withdrawal. Yeah, late withdrawal. She might have to dress up as a Hamburg.
I might have to, mate. I might have to.
But we do have a young child coming along for the day that's, it's been ill, and the parents have had to stay at the Ronald McDonald House, and that young boy will become a part of the Rebels for the day, a Rebels contract for the day. So he'll do a warm-up, he'll be in the coach's box, he'll have a real one-on-one experience with the Rebels boys this week. So really looking forward. We had young Seth Sleep last year.
Yep.
Really, he talks about it now, young Seth, so looking forward to the new boy that comes along this year.
And obviously there's going to be a pretty big game out on the track as well as we search for win number 2 for the season against the Bendigo Pioneers, who haven't set the field alight so far, but we did have some problems with them earlier in the year in the practice match series in the lead up to the game, so it's going to be a very, very tough game.
Yeah, before our squad was announced, we played the Bendigo Pioneers, and they touched up a little bit in that in the main game, and look, I know the boys would be really keen to amend that result, and there's always that good rivalry between Ballarat region and also the Bendigo region, so yeah, looking forward to a good game. We know we have to be at our best at every time we go on the ground and say it's a cup game, because otherwise we'll get beaten. But
Correct.
yeah, our boys will be super keen for this game in front of their parents, supporters, everyone that's coming to the Ron McDonald House charity game. So they'll be keen to put a good performance up.
And on a brand new surface as well at Eureka Stadium that was officially opened last week.
Yeah, opened last Friday night with the Roosters versus Geelong, and for those people that came to the game, look, it's such a great facility. It's world-class ground coverage, but also it's going to be great for Western Victoria, because AFL footy is coming to Ballarat next year with the Western Bulldogs playing 2 games. So yeah, we won't see the finished product until the end of next year, but buildings will start in July.
It's going to be very exciting and tough to make changes to a winning side, especially one that won as well as what we did last weekend. But that win was without Jared Berry, our captain, and Hugh McCluggage, one of our star-run ballers as well. So you probably find spots for those two in the side, and then a couple of other players that are knocking on the door of selection as well.
Yeah, plenty of boys knocking on the door, no doubt about that. But when you've got 2 quality players like Jared Berry and Hugh McCluggage, they'll certainly come back into the team. And yeah, there's going to be unlucky players miss out, and that's going to happen throughout the year. So that's where the boys' resilience will come in. Go back, play local footy, keep knocking on the door, and you keep knocking on the door, Shaun, the opportunity will open at some stage.
It certainly does indeed. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this week on Rebels TV. Parto, thank you for joining us as well.
Thanks, Shaun.
Set for a really big day this weekend. Good luck with all of the different duties that you've got on the day, because I know you run around doing some hosting work. You're obviously down on the boundary looking after the team, doing everything on Sunday. So good luck with it all.
Thanks, mate.
And good luck with you guys for getting down here to Eureka Stadium this Sunday and checking out the North Ballarat Rebels at home for the first time. We look forward to seeing you down here, and thank you for watching Rebels TV.